the start of a whole new chapter for CM Punk. He is the new United States Champion.
Punk just outsmarted, outlasted, and outperformed Cena tonight.
Adding another classic encounter with John Cena is always the right call, and answering that U.S. Open challenge is something I know I would have done if I was around for it. I also know exactly what my plan would have been at the start of 2016. Now, as you may recall, it was at the Royal Rumble that year where AJ Styles finally made his WWE debut.
The phenomenal one is here! AJ Styles!
It's one of those moments where it felt like time stood still. Everyone trying to come to grips with the fact that, yes, AJ Styles is now in WWE. His arrival opened the door for a litany of dream matches. And in that time, he's made many of them happen, battling top names brave enough to step up to him. And you better believe that if I was here, I would have walked to the ring that very first Raw after the Royal Rumble, and I would have set down the challenge. CM Punk, AJ Styles, WrestleMania 32. AJ and I have traveled many of the same roads in our respective careers, but unfortunately, they never led us to having a proper one-on-one matchup in WWE. I respect AJ. He's another wrestler that made his name his way.
Since 1998, this man has competed all over the world.
I earned the right to be here in the WWE.
Getting the chance to be his first WrestleMania opponent, it's too good to pass up. As usual, it's up to you. Do you want to prove to be the best? Or is being phenomenal more to your speed? They don't want none? Oh, believe me, I want it all.
The best in the world, ready to prove that he truly is the best. Moments away from facing off against the phenomenal AJ Styles on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds,
CM Punk has battled legends at WrestleMania. He's stolen the show. He's made history here. This is a familiar spot for CM Punk to be in. But AJ Styles, this is his first WrestleMania. His first time ever being on a stage this big. And Punk is well aware of that. No doubt, Punk's counting on that fact.
Yes, but it's not for a lack of talent or preparedness on Styles' part. Punk's not going to underestimate Styles just because he hasn't been to the dance, because he knows that AJ Styles can pick up the choreography quicker than just about anyone.
This is huge.
Well, much like every person in this 100,000-plus crowd in hand, I have goosebumps like I've never felt before. This is going to be an all-time classic. And it may have taken years for AJ Styles to make it to WWE, but he is here now, competing on the biggest stage possible.
The biggest stage possible with the biggest bragging rights on the line. Who really is the best in the world?
From Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
Styles soaking it all in, the magnitude of this moment, of this match.
AJ Styles finally where he's always belonged, on the grandest stage at this showcase of the Immortals. Gentlemen, prepare yourselves. We're about to witness a classic for the ages, courtesy of the phenomenal AJ Styles and the best in the world, CM Punk. These two have come so far, but they have always been destined to meet here.
And this one should be a classic for the ages. Truly a dream match in every sense of the word. On the biggest stage in all of sports entertainment, WrestleMania.
Dream match is honestly just scratching the surface of how big this match is. There's been a professional rivalry between these two men spanning multiple promotions and continents. But tonight, it all finally comes to a head with the biggest spotlight imaginable.
We know Punk can handle the pressure, but can Styles? We are so lucky to be seeing CM Punk and AJ Styles facing off tonight. They have done battle in the past, crossing paths multiple times in the independent scene in the early 2000s.
Look, I'd pay top dollar to see any version of these two men facing off in the ring, but back then, AJ Styles wasn't quite phenomenal, and Punk had yet to become the best in the world.
Indeed, gentlemen, we are seeing the best versions of both men in this ring tonight. And on the biggest stage possible, CM Punk versus AJ Styles was tailor-made for WrestleMania.
Perched up top. Completely missed the mark there.
AJ getting tossed out the hard way.
Launching. Knees up. Had that telegraph. But can it be capitalized on?
Turns it around.
CM Punk has long considered himself an outcast. Most folks would have pegged him as a long shot to succeed in WWE. And once he arrived, he was never expected to be the main event competitor he is today.
You could say much the same about AJ Styles, Corey. Remember, the first time the world got to see AJ Styles, he was busting his home in WCW's Cruiserweight division during that company's dying days, while the main eventers collected the paychecks.
Both men spent much of their career on the fringes, fighting for every scrap of opportunity, and now they are both competing in one of the most anticipated matchups in WrestleMania history. What a journey for CM Punk and AJ Styles. Neither way, lift off! Taking a flight to nowhere.
A bit of a miscalculation on that attempt.
And that miscalculation could be the deciding factor in this match. Big night for AJ Styles making his WrestleMania debut. Punk has been here quite a few times. We've seen Punk fight fair at WrestleMania, but just as often we'll see him cut corners.
Indeed, in the past we've seen Punk calling reinforcements against Rey Mysterio, using foreign weapons when attempting to end the Undertaker's streak. But tonight is a bit different. Punk has long wanted to prove that the best in the world is even better than phenomenal. And the only way to do that is by winning this match by the books.
This is getting awfully close to a count out here.
He climbs back into the ring just in time.
Phenomenal blitz. CM Punk and AJ Styles are both absolute geniuses when it comes to in-ring IQ. Both have great striking, and here we go.
Here's the pin. Kick out at one.
He's still fighting to keep in this thing.
Styles looking for...
Right to the back of the neck. He knew what was coming there.
Driving the knee into the head.
Wow, what an arm drag.
Quick
Styles is going to need a phenomenal... Triangle armbar, submission hold. And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission.
Great agility. Misses on the springboard.
Bounced off the skull.
A pile driver like that is always such a devastating move.
Perched up top, misses big time.
And able to evade the offense.
Oh, what an uppercut. Scaling the turnbuckle here.
Blast off from the top with the splash.
And another climb. He's making a statement here.
Incoming!
A diving knee drop.
Risking it all yet again, but the results speak for themselves.
And Punk is really putting the pressure on.
Yeah, CM Punk's making clear that the time for pleasantries is over. And Styles finding out that
From the top. Diving double axe handle. This is a man possessed. Going again.
from the top rope. Oh, nobody home for that one. Went for broke, and that expression ended up becoming literal.
Great agility.
And that failed to hit the mark.
Spiked him.
And AJ only finds himself on the defensive.
And at this pace, Punk's not going to let Styles get his bearings anytime soon.
Come on, AJ caught him. Now Styles looking for some momentum.
Could be a chance for Styles to change the complexion of this match. Oof, nobody home.
Beautiful. Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
And here we go. Locked in. It's locked in. And here we go. Locked. And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here. Hooked up.
Able to steer clear of danger there.
Beautiful. Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect. Kick to the back. And that core area really getting lit up.
Oh, the elbow drop. Just targeting the leg, testing the limits.
Tough hit to the legs.
He has the target right where he wants it. CM Punk looking to end things here. Gone to sleep.
AJ is out, that's it.
Looking to put this one away.
Amazing. Never say die. Never fade, but sustain. That's AJ Styles here.
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought that was enough, but somehow it didn't earn the 3 count. Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
And AJ has to fight his way back into this one if he wants to stand a chance against CM Punk. Kick directly to the back.
Gotta respect the strategy to work over the arm. Jarring impact.
Possibly tweaked his arm right there. That will be an inconvenience.
From the top rope. Flying elbow drop. Patented offense from the best in the world, delivered perfectly to the phenomenal one. This could be a huge game changer.
What's it gonna take to end it? It might be this.
Gone to sleep. It's all Punk's for the taking.
Looking for the victory. 2. And Punk gets the big win over Styles.
Here is your winner, Punk.
You can't deny that both Punk and Styles gave their all in this match. Truly, we just witnessed a match for the ages.
And while AJ was just as phenomenal as he claims to be, CM Punk put his foot down and made perfectly clear to both AJ and the entire WWE Universe that he truly is the best in the world.
An honest dream match for any era, and you made it happen. That's the power of Showcase. I've said it repeatedly that it's impossible for me to predict a hypothetical scenario with precision, but I have to believe that if I was here in 2019, I would have done anything to get to the front of the line to be Kurt Angle's final opponent at WrestleMania 35.
He has held every title imaginable. European champion, Intercontinental champion, 6-time world champion.
Not many people know this, but when I first joined the ECW brand in 2006, Kurt Angle was my goal. He'd found new life with the brand, leaning into the extreme side of things, mauling his opponents with a reinvigorated approach to the ground and pound offense. But those dreams would go unrealized with Kurt leaving WWE only about a month after my arrival. I could see it all in my head, though. Kurt comes out on Raw to announce that he'll be retiring at WrestleMania. With the crowd already shocked, Kurt goes to announce his opponent, only I wouldn't give him that chance. See, I really don't care who Kurt's chosen, because as I'd say to Kurt's face, I've chosen Kurt to be my opponent at WrestleMania 35. If Kurt wins, he gets to go out on top. But when I get the win, Kurt at least had the chance to go out on a shield against an opponent willing to push him to his limits. Kurt's retirement will happen one way or another, but it's up to you to decide who will be standing at the top of the winner's podium and who will have to settle for a silver medal when I collide with Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 35.
The man looking to end the career of Kurt Angle with a loss tonight, CM Punk.
The following is Kurt Angle's farewell match and is a submission match. From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Punk has gladly accepted the opportunity to ruin Kurt's last night on the grandest stage of them all.
What better test for the best in the world than a man he idolizes? One of very few men to achieve the amateur wrestling Grand Slam, Kurt Angle.
You can tell Punk has been looking forward to this match, this chance to face Kurt Angle at WrestleMania.
Yeah, for years, CM Punk has dreamed of this moment. What a notch in Punk's belt a win here would be.
The only gold medalist in WWE history. The wrestling machine, Kurt Angle.
Competing in his final match
after a 20-year Hall of Fame career, the only gold medalist in WWE history, Kurt Angle!
For the final time as an in-ring competitor, Kurt Angle makes his way to the ring. The WWE Universe showing their respect to this incredible athlete.
Kurt Angle performs at his highest level when the pressure is highest. Tonight, it couldn't get any higher.
Punk fully expects Kurt Angle to be a step quicker than he's been recently, a little more intense than the Kurt Angle of old.
It was CM Punk who threw a challenge at Kurt Angle. Said he wanted to give Kurt the chance to see if he could take down the best in the world in Angle's final match. And what a better place to do it than at WrestleMania.
Yeah, how could Kurt resist? Angle and Punk have never met in a ring before, but they are known all over the world as two of the best. Now, at last, we get to find out who really is superior inside those ropes.
CM Punk has been talking out of both sides of his mouth lately, praising Angle while also saying how much of a joy it would be to put him down. What kind of mind games are those?
It's a stroke of genius in my view, Cole. As much as you want to paint him as a hypocrite, Punk has been great at confusing Angle, disarming Kurt, allowing Kurt to bring his guard down, only for an opportunity to stab him in the heart.
Take off! Splash!
Momentum is really on Punk's side.
Angle's having trouble dealing with the best in the world.
From above!
Watch out!
Oh, and that mistake could change the complexion of this match.
And way long ago, there was an opportunity for these two men to have locked up, but the stars just never aligned.
That's correct. ECW is what you're talking about, Cole. A mid-2000s rebranding. CM Punk and Kurt Angle were positioned as the premier attractions. Punk being the young upstart with a groundswell of support behind him, and Angle being the veteran, the true wrestling machine.
Oh, those would have been battles that would have shortened each man's career, no doubt.
Kurt Angle in need of a reprieve.
Punk is managing to out-wrestle Kurt freaking Angle.
Just going all out with every blow. Making his way to the top here.
Stalking from above.
From way up through the air and connects.
Fueled by emotion, doing whatever it takes to take out the competition.
About to be locked in. Here we go, guys.
Oof, an absolutely Herculean.
Not sure what he's thinking. Letting go here.
Vicious arm stomp.
Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
Angle needs to reformulate a game plan.
Wants to finish this.
Soaring. You gotta be kidding me.
Really risked it all there.
Very fortunate to hit the mark in that one.
So much tension applied to the leg.
And again, stipulation for this match is a submission match. You can only win by tapping your opponent out.
And it was a very nice gesture from CM Punk to request this for the last match in the career of a submission specialist like Kurt Angle.
Come on, Corey. Nothing virtuous about that decision. All just part of Punk's mind games. Punk wants to play Angle's game and be able to say that he beat him at it.
No, it's a sign of sportsmanship. It's like an olive branch being extended. Punk's allowing this match to be like a home game of sorts for Kurt.
And they just busted out an impactful maneuver. Angle in a distressing spot.
CM Punk is firmly in the driver's seat. Hooked up, and boom!
We're getting an up-close view of this back now. On a well-placed calf kick there.
talked to Punk earlier today, and he said he fully expects Angle to be a step quicker than he's been recently. A little more intense. The Kurt Angle of old.
Fitting American sports analogy here for an American hero. You gents, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like a legendary baseball player taking his final swings at the plate. He may not have much left, but he still may hit a home run.
Very true, Wade. You said that correctly. I'm very proud of the American that you've become.
For Kurt Angle, you can't remain as great as you once were, but you can be great one more time.
Kurt looking to get back in this.
Angle was being tested and was finally able to get some offense of his own in.
A big knee to the midsection. And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
And Kurt Angle has run into a roadblock. About to be locked in. Here we go, guys.
Using every ounce of power behind that move.
Interesting place to lock in the submission.
No rope tap all you want, but in this case, a surrender does not grant you a reprieve.
And now it's back to the ring for Punk. Going outside. What's he got planned here?
He wriggles out of the danger zone there.
Countering each other again and again.
Well, time to get out of Dodge as our announce desk is assuredly not long for this world.
He'll make his way to the ring.
Oh, what an axe handle. Oh, driving the elbow.
Ah, right to the back. Right on the arm.
Oh, that might have just broken something.
Oh, unloading a big kick to the back. Angle in a distressing spot.
A series of disabling maneuvers from Punk. Returning to the arm again, maybe targeting that area.
Oh, look at this. Neckbreaker after the float over.
That was brilliant.
And retaliates with a counter.
And no matter how we got here, this is a match that people have been wanting to see. The Olympic gold medalist taking on the best in the world. A match that can propel both men's legacies even further.
Oh, target of the arm. And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
The homework done on Kurt is paying off. Snapped with a devastating maneuver.
Oh, right on the arm. Oh, that's gonna sting your back. Oh, that's gonna sting your back.
Just welting the back with those laces. Oh, we know what's coming here. Ladies and gentlemen, nails the GTS. Will Angle recover?
To the arm.
Terrible.
Now that'll do some serious damage. Can Angle withstand much more of this?
Punk is proving hard to deal with. His body has been the main focus of a lot of offense tonight.
Yeah, I think he's going to be feeling the effects of this match for a few weeks, Wade.
Hooked up. Check out the springboard. Wow, springboard attack.
Big counter by Angle. Kurt managing to find some of that needed breathing room.
Could be what Kurt needed to ignite a rally.
One step ahead there.
Find some payback with their own reversal.
Punk peppering his opponent with attacks. Uranagi into the Anaconda vice grip.
And look at how tight a grip this hold has.
The pain on his face tells you everything you...
The pain's too great. That's it.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
This was one to remember, and certainly a victory CM Punk will never forget. Forcing Kurt Angle to tap out to end his career with a loss here at the Showcase of the Immortals.
A fitting end to an incredible career. Kurt leaves here a warrior who can hold his head high with pride. Angle gave so much to this industry, and we thank him for all he's done.
Maybe it's only in an alternative timeline, but I'll take the advantage of any opportunity to share the ring with Kurt Angle, win or lose. And as far as what happens if I stay in WWE, there's one more match I'll always wish for. Working with him, even if it was only briefly when he joined the new Nexus, made it abundantly clear to me that he would accomplish anything if he ever committed himself to it. A return to NXT gave him that chance, and soon Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family were the talk of the wrestling world. They arrived on the main roster, terrorizing any superstar that got in their way.
And Bray Wyatt calmly watches as his family members dismantle Punk.
That included me. And while I have a match at the 2013 Survivor Series that on paper says was against the Wyatt family, it didn't have Bray Wyatt in it. I never got to compete against him once he realized his potential. I would have loved to have The Fiend set his sights on me. The Fiend took wrestling places it had never been before by taking his opponents places they had never been before. If I had my way, I'd take on The Fiend at WrestleMania 37, and I'd look for solace in the one place that I know to be the great equalizer: Hell in a Cell. He was once in a lifetime. I'm thankful for the time we did have together, but until we meet again, we'll make it happen here in my showcase. CM Punk against The Fiend at WrestleMania. You can choose who you'll control, but once that door closes, there's no telling what will happen.
It all comes down to this: Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania. A demonic structure built with thousands of square feet of cold steel chain link, and tonight it will be the battleground for CM Punk and The Fiend.
Being a WWE superstar, you find yourself in a lot of dangerous situations. But right now, I don't think anyone is in a more dangerous situation than CM Punk.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
For the first time ever, guys, CM Punk will enter Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania.
We've seen Punk inside the cell before, but this is something else. Facing The Fiend on the grandest stage of them all. I can't imagine what's going through Punk's mind right now. He has got to be a bundle of nerves.
Yeah, Corey, separately, Hell in a Cell, WrestleMania, and The Fiend are all daunting presences to prepare for. But together, this has to be nearly impossible.
Legends, champions, Hall of Famers, all of them have left their matches against him different. Some scarred, some broken, but none of them have ever been the same again. And here he comes, the Fiend, begging for you to let him in. Tonight he looks to drag CM Punk deep into the darkness inside hell in a cell.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. You don't fight the Fiend, you survive him. Every opponent that has ever crossed paths with the Fiend has been changed forever.
Just look at those eyes, or whatever is hiding behind that mask. There's just pure evil.
This has never been about winning or losing for the Fiend. This has always been about destruction. And tonight, his evil gaze is locked on CM Punk.
Or you could prepare for a wrestler. You could prepare for a fight. You cannot prepare for the Fiend. This being doesn't wrestle with logic. He doesn't wrestle with reason. He wrestles out of pure malice.
Not flinching at the steel structure, not blinking at the tens of thousands here in attendance. To the Fiend, this isn't a punishment. This is his paradise. CM Punk is about to be locked inside the Devil's playground with the Devil incarnate.
You can hit the Fiend with everything you got, and he'll just keep getting back up. He feeds off the pain, and for as good as Punk is, he may find himself a broken man before he even realizes what's hit him. You can just feel how much tension is in the air here at WrestleMania. CM Punk facing possibly his biggest challenge to date.
There's really no telling what we're about to witness here with the Fiend. We've already seen a lot of diabolical mind games, and I'm sure those are far from over.
This match is going to change Punk forever. Whether he wins or loses, he'll never be the man he was before he entered the cell tonight. Just over a year ago, at WrestleMania 36, The Fiend competed in one of the most unorthodox matches in WrestleMania history, the Firefly Funhouse match. He took John Cena on a journey of mental anguish and brutal self-reflection before beating down the franchise and pinning him in the center of the ring. I don't think Cena will ever be the same if we ever see him again.
Should the Fiend look to repeat his masterclass of mind games, it'll be interesting to see how it works on Punk. On one hand, Punk can handle the most extreme mental warfare. But the Firefly Funhouse is where skeletons of a superstar's past are exhumed. Wyatt has plenty of history to pull from when it comes to CM Punk. If he can find the right parts of Punk's psyche to target, he may be able to once again decimate a surefire Hall of Famer on the grandest stage of them all.
This has to be such an uneasy feeling for Punk right now. He's usually trying to outthink his opponents.
Yeah, but how in the world do you outthink something that doesn't even think like a human? I think Punk's going to have to rely on his speed and technical abilities here if he even wants to remotely have a chance at beating the Fiend.
Well, according to my notes, CM Punk has in-ring experience against Bray Wyatt, but in reality, he's never seen this side of Bray.
Something else to note is that Punk's previous matches with Bray were tag team contests that included the rest of the Wyatt family.
Wow, so Punk's first ever singles match with Bray Wyatt is against the Fiend? I rarely bet against the best in the world, but this is a case where I just might.
And the Fiend just can't mount any offense.
Punk shifting things to his favor against the Fiend. CM Punk may have broken through. His attacks really seem to be registering against the Fiend.
This is what this structure does. I would expect nothing less from a fight set in hell.
Very effective.
Both of these men have had cult-like followings in the WWE locker room, but tonight is purely a one-on-one battle.
For a multitude of reasons, not the least of which is the gargantuan cell surrounding the ring. It's nearly impenetrable.
And neither man seems to welcome any allies at this point. The Fiend's transformation seems to have shed any vestiges of being a family leader. And with a match of this magnitude, I don't think Punk...
Uranagi by Punk! He turns it
Into the Anaconda Vice. This one could be...
He makes the choice to abandon the hold.
Oh,
Momentum is really on Punk's side.
Punk fighting through the fear and putting a pounding on the Fiend.
The Fiend showing how much punishment he can withstand before getting his own offense in.
Yeah, the Fiend able to momentarily stop the damage, but will he also gain command of this match?
Fiend going for the pin. This could be over. A defiant kick out after one.
Shows that this is still anybody's match at this point.
Counters.
CM Punk hoists his opponent. Go to sleep. Is it enough for Punk?
Shoulders down. CM Punk beats the Fiend.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
I don't know how on earth Punk was able to do it, but he's standing victorious over the Fiend here tonight.
Yeah, but does he really think this will be the end of the nightmares? I think it's just the beginning.
That's a nightmare that can wait until Punk goes to bed tonight. For now, he's just happy to defeat this monster on the grandest stage of them all.
An honor to know him, to have worked with him, and to get one more chance to share the ring with him. Rest in power forever, Bray Wyatt. It's been quite the experience as the focal point of WWE 2K26 Showcase. We've revisited great wins, received a second chance at painful losses, created dream matches that I thought would forever elude me, and even attempted to provide a glimpse at what WWE would have looked like had I stayed. It's been a true privilege. Before we put a bow on it all, I'd like to ask Slingshot Technology for one final match. A match that lives as large as my biggest dreams. The opportunity to team with the best tag team partner in the world, my wife, AJ Lee. Three-time Divas champion, had WWE wrapped around her finger from the moment she arrived. Skilled in the ring and potent on the microphone.
The greatest Divas champion of all time. Me!
Remind you of anybody? She even dropped a pipe on of her own.
I have done more in 1 year than all of you have done in your entire collective careers.
A true revolutionary, AJ Lee deserves as much credit for the women's revolution and evolution as anyone, as she fought for every second of television time to lay the groundwork needed to push women's wrestling further than it had ever been before. And since she returned to WWE this past September,
AJ Lee! CM Punk's wife is here after a decade!
she's been helping remind everybody just how damn great she really is. Now, I'm sure there are people out there saying, but you've teamed with her before. And this is true, but that doesn't change the facts. And the facts are that anytime I get to team up with my wife, it's always a dream come true. Across the ring from us, I can only see WWE's resident it couple, The Miz and Maurice. Miz and I have had our issues through the years. That's hardly a secret. But while we don't see eye to eye on many things, I still appreciate what him and his wife have accomplished in their careers. And it would be an honor to attempt to take the it couple label off them and put it on two people who have proven to move the needle, CM Punk and AJ Lee. So let's close this showcase out in style. You've done incredible work to get this far, and now we'll let you choose how it all comes to an end. Miz and Maurice will want to turn in a performance so awesome that it stops us in our tracks. But let's be real here. This world belongs to punks, like me and the missus.
Here comes the best couple in the world.
From Chicago, Illinois, AJ Lee and CM Punk.
CM Punk and AJ Lee have both accomplished so much as individuals. Both have Hall of Fame credentials in WWE. Both have made their mark outside the business too, but the thing that means most to each of these competitors is standing right next to them. Punk and AJ are at their best together, and they're about to show the world exactly why.
He is the voice of the voiceless, and crazy is her superpower. Both of them are about to make a lot of noise tonight.
Punk and AJ have always felt like they were better than the likes of Miz and Maurice, especially when it comes to competing in WWE. Well, tonight's their chance to prove it.
Now for a real power couple in the form of the It Couple.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the team of Maurice and The Miz.
And this is what it looks like to be truly in sync, to truly be as one, as a partnership, as a team, as a unit. The Miz and Maurice, 100% on the same page, which is more than we can say for CM Punk and AJ Lee.
Look, Punk and AJ may have less experience as a team, but you can't really buy that they're anything less than a cohesive unit. These two really can't get enough of each other, can they?
It's called being happily married. Miz and Maurice are clearly the gold standard when it comes to marital and in-ring bliss. A power couple and tag team truly deserving of the spotlight.
And this should be one hell of a tag team match. The brash CM Punk and AJ Lee taking on the cocky Miz and Maurice. Two teams, not just in this matchup, but in life as well, who couldn't be more different from one another.
It's that blue-collar, scratch-and-claw mentality versus the mentality of having the spotlight and only the finest things in life. Really, it's a tale as old as time.
CM Punk and AJ Lee truly don't like the Miz and Maurice, and believe me, the feeling is mutual. Now all four of these superstars have the chance to let those feelings out in a good old-fashioned tag team match player. The list of accolades for Punk and AJ may be a smidge longer, their in-ring skills may be a smidge higher, but there's one aspect of this that the It couple has over their opponents tonight, and it's the most vital one: experience.
As much as it pains me to agree there, Wade, you're right. Miz and Maurice have stood in the ring against some of the top power couples in wrestling at some of the biggest PLEs in WWE history, including Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
And for as long as Punk and AJ have known each other off-screen, they've only tagged together for a few brief matches on Raw. Training together is one thing, competing together is another. Punk and AJ are going to have to be fast learners tonight.
A lot of variables at play in this intergender tag match. All four competitors have been subject to mixed tag rules before, where the men could only fight the men and vice versa. But tonight, intergender fighting is allowed.
And I know both Maurice and AJ Lee have that chip on their shoulder. Maurice has always looked down on CM Punk and would love nothing more than hurting the best in the world. Let's not forget that AJ Lee used to be general manager of Raw, where Miz was a constant nuisance. Now she can let her frustration out without any fear of professional retribution.
AJ Lee recently making her WWE return after a decade away. She spent that time becoming a best-selling author, a TV and movie producer, and getting herself back in the proper mental state to compete again. Seems to have worked as she instantly reinserted herself into the main event scene.
That has to eat at Maurice a bit. Don't get me wrong, Maurice has had some major matches since her retirement, but the vast majority of them have been at the side of her husband. I wonder if we see Maurice put a bit more effort to take command of this match tonight to prove that she can get back to the top of the women's division all by herself.
Miz counters with an attack.
You know what? I'm just going to say it. I believe CM Punk is jealous of The Miz.
Come on, Wade, jealous? Miz is a Grand Slam champion, sure, but Punk has accomplished even more in WWE.
We can compare resumes all day, Cole, but consider this. Everything Punk wanted to do, Miz did first. Miz joined the main roster first. Miz was the face of WWE first. Miz was doing the late-night talk show circuit first. Miz main evented WrestleMania first, and after tonight, Miz will have won their first intergender tag encounter.
And Punk gets countered there.
Finds the low run.
Reverses the pin. Shoulders down.
Hold on.
Trying to steal one here. And he kicks out of the pin and one.
It might be stubbornness or it might be lunacy, but he is refusing to stay down here. What a neck breaker!
Punk has said on multiple occasions that he doesn't respect The Miz or how he got his start in WWE. I'm sure AJ Lee feels the same about Maurice.
Punk and Lee got into WWE the traditional way, by competing on the independent circuit for years and paying their dues, while Miz and Maurice took the reality route via Tough Enough and Diva Search, respectively.
Well, as a man who put in years of training but also won the first season of NXT, the truth of the matter is that a real WWE superstar will take any opportunity given to them to get their foot in the door. There's no shame whatsoever in how Miz and Maurice got here, and their success since is proof that it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And the It couple is going to finish strong tonight. Of that, I am sure.
Oh, a kick! Wow! Strikes with a kick. Maurice is mostly known today for her reality TV work, but it's easy to forget that she was one of the most dominant competitors of the Divas era.
That she was, Michael Cole. Maurice was the first woman to ever hold the Divas title on more than one occasion, and for the majority of the title's history, she was the longest reigning title holder at 211 days.
But But that record was surpassed by the other woman in this match, AJ Lee. So not only is AJ Lee a better competitor in the women's division, she's a better diva too.
She gets put in the corner. She countered that into her own offense. Don't get me wrong, AJ Lee is her own woman and can fight her own battles, but we've seen in the past that CM Punk will defend his family with every fiber of his being. The Miz, on the other hand, sometimes he makes his wife fight his battles. Hides behind his wife when the fight intensifies.
That's because Miz and Maurice are an equal unit. Why should the man always hold the door open? Or the ring ropes, for that matter?
You call it being equal? I just think Miz can be a chicken sometimes. And she's tagging out.
He is looking to do some serious harm.
Turning the tables.
Sit-up, slam.
Looking to render that arm useless. Armbar stretch applied. Oh, simply devastating. Setting them up in the...
Tag made. Double team coming. Up to the top rope. Way up high. Elbow drop.
Dim the spotlight, roll the credits. Miz and Maurice are about to exit stage left.
On the apron.
The hardest part of the ring.
And Punk now lifting his opponent up. And back go to sleep. And unfortunately for the It couple, CM Punk and...
There it is. Punk and AJ get the win.
Here are your winners, AJ Lee and CM Punk.
In what may be one of the most emotional wins of their collective careers, CM Punk and AJ Lee proved themselves tonight. For Lee, she proved she deserves to be back on top of the women's division after a long hiatus. For Punk, he proved he's the true face of WWE. And even though his biggest battles were on his own, and Punk famously said that he's not here to make friends, this industry is what gave him what matters most, his family.
CM Punk has had so many knives put in his back, so many acrimonious splits. When it comes to those who ride for Punk, he will stand by their side every step of the way.
And there's nobody who stands closer to CM Punk than that woman, his wife, AJ Lee. For the man who calls himself the best in the world, that right there is his world.
For Corey Graves and Wade Barrett, I'm Michael Cole. Thank you for joining us tonight, everyone.
Truly, truly fantastic. Facing a litany of all-time WWE greats, crossing through time and space itself, testing out new technology, we've experienced a showcase like no other and had a huge part in how it all ended up. How does it feel? What are you even talking into? I'm not holding a microphone, man. You gamers are weird, you know that? The classics never get old. Seriously, though, you should be proud of what you've accomplished here. Showcase built its name on ideals of honor and legacy and tradition and greatness, and I think I did them all justice here today. When we honor the past, when we keep the names of legends alive long after they're gone, we show respect to them for their own journeys. And here in the WWE 2K26 Showcase, I know we did things a little differently. Hell, there's some people out there that choose to do a full gauntlet instead of taking it one step at a time. Insanity, but that's the point. We only get one go. And if you don't do it as authentically as possible, if you don't do it your way, then why even bother? I built my entire career on that approach.